So when the Europeans came, any kind of metal we could get was useful to us. We didn't have metal, so it was a really cool thing to have back then. It was a highly valued thing. This one is made from sheet iron, sheet metal, and it's just bent to give it more strength and rigidness. It just has bends on the handle and in the back on the spine, so it makes it more thicker and more hard. But that is just a piece of sheet iron. Pretty worthless to most people, but to a native back in those days when you didn't have metal, this was cutting edge to us. You know, no pun intended, of course, but it was a transition era knife when we couldn't readily get good steel knives like this. So the 1700s, 1600s, we used knives like this. Just a piece of sheet iron that had an edge that you can use to cut. But this is the dagger made out of a farrier's rasp that I made. Buffalo horn handles with copper rivets and some trade bells to give it a nice little shake every time I hold it. But so when the cavalrymen came out in the later years, they brought lots of horse care items, rasps and all kinds of things to trim the horses' hooves. Natives, all we used were knives to trim the hooves. So we really had no use for a farrier's rasp other than the metal aspect of it. It's a good, hard, durable piece of metal that can be sharpened, reshaped, so it was useful to us. We would take any kind of metal that we found and we would take it to a trading post and we would have the blacksmith reshape it. Or if we had the means to do it, we would do it ourselves. Just something crude and simple like this can get a family by, you know. Woman can cut up her meat or carry it in your belt and you can butcher game. Now, a lot of Europeans brought out straight razors to Native Americans, which was kind of a strange thing because we pluck our facial hair from us. We don't shave. So when we got straight razors, all we would do is break off the handles and we would set the blades into, you know, other types of things, other types of handles, whether they were antler, wood, bone, it doesn't matter. But then we made carving knives out of these. With steel blades, you can carve wood that is dried, and it is really hard wood. Versus doing it Stone Age style, you had to carve the wood while it was green, otherwise it would take a long time to do. But with steel, you can carve wet wood and dry wood.